So Internet of Things is the measuring of everything. I think it's easier for people to understand when we talk about a physical example. So if everything's connected, there's an opportunity for good and to make things better, and there's an opportunity for evil and to make things worse for people. And experience shows us that generally we make things worse rather than better. The book by Aldous Huxley called Brave New World. And what Huxley talks about was certain things. One was the dystopia, which is the opposite of dictatorship, which is we are controlled by our desire for things and better stuff. And that we had three classes of people, alpha, beta and gamma. And the alpha people were the perfect people who earned all the money, had the great life, aspired for better things. And we see a lot of that now. And in organisations, we call them the critical employees. These are the critical hive. These are the people who we have to look after because the future of the business. Then you had the betas, which is kind of what they describe as middle management, which is people who were important for supporting the alphas. And they were kind of dispensable, but you kept them happy, you gave them a certain amount to keep them loyal, committed. And then you had the gammas, which were the day-to-day employees, and in Huxley's book, they were breeding people to be exactly the same, to do exactly the same job at exactly the same speed with exactly the same ability. That kind of ties into algorithms for me. You know, we match and select exactly the same person to do exactly the same job. What we're creating at the moment in organisations, which scares me a bit, is we're creating class distinctions of employees, because we're saying these are the critical employees, these are the alphas. We have to look at them for flight risk. We have to protect them. We have to keep these people in the organisation at all costs. Whatever we have to do, we keep them happy. But the majority of people, what we're saying, are dispensable and non-critical positions. I would argue that if any position is not critical to the success of an organisation, it shouldn't be a position. We shouldn't have someone doing that role. Joel Spolsky, who was the founder of Stack Overflow, came up with something brilliant in one of the talks that he does. And he said, the role of talent acquisition is to, in my organisation, is to give me the information to enable us to be a place where people want to work. And the transactional bit of the hiring people, the mechanics of that, that's too late in that process. In that we'll only be a place where people want to work if we're a place where people want to work. So we have to understand the world and the market that we live in and build organisations to reflect that. And I think the other thing is honesty and truth in what we are. I don't believe there's any such thing as a bad culture. I think there's only a bad culture fit. And you have to be transparent and honest about the culture that you are. That way you don't accidentally hire the wrong people, which is what most organisations do.